Hey guys, real quick before we start the video, I'm working on a top 10 list of the best new Cars Diecast of 2024 as chosen by my viewers. So, if you're interested and would like to vote, please click the link in the description and vote for who you think the best new release of the year was. Now on to the video. I am always fascinated by niche Cars Diecasts. Weird, obscure, unique ideas that are often forgotten about by Cars fans. I love things like expression variants of obscure Cars characters, or weird plastic gimmick lines like the charge-ups and quick changers, or the collect and connect puzzles, stuff like that. That was a line of puzzles that came packed with exclusive Cars Diecasts where random parts of them were changed to silver. The sort of weird, obscure stuff that's often forgot about. I eat that stuff up. I love it so much. So to me, when I saw that we would be getting a color changer of GRC McQueen, I knew that even though I don't really collect many color changers nowadays, I knew I had to pick this one up. Hello everybody, and welcome back to another review and to another Cars Diecast review. Today, we're going to be taking a look at the new Color Changers GRC Lightning McQueen, an item that I didn't really ask for. I don't think anyone asked for this, quite frankly, but it's such a weird item that I felt weirdly drawn to it. About a year ago now, I decided to stop collecting color changers for the most part. I was getting really tired of the line, constantly making characters I didn't really care for, and also just reusing characters and only giving them new color schemes. And I told myself I would only collect color changers now, either if I really wanted them, or if they were a character or variant that had never gotten a color changer before. And this certainly ticked that box. Like I said, I don't think anyone was asking for a GRC McQueen color changer, but this is a really unique concept, and it's of course a McQueen that's never gotten a color changer before, so I had to pick it up. Doubly so because, like I said at the start of the video, it's such a niche, obscure item. This is the first time we've ever gotten a color changer based on an expanded universe Cars Diecast line. We've gotten color changers based on Cars, Cars 2, Cars 3, Cars on the Road, even technically the Cars tunes, considering they made some variants of Team Radiator Springs McQueen, but never anything based on a toy line exclusive line. And as part of the massive promotion for the GRC in 2024 and now 2025, they made this McQueen, complete with his own packaging style. And we're also getting a Francesco, which I'm also for sure gonna pick up. The concept of doing expanded universe color changers seems like it's, well, expanding, because in 2025 it's already been confirmed that the Race and Rescue line is gonna get some color changers as well. Sheriff and Red have both leaked. It's going to be really interesting to see a color changer of Red. Anyway, I really love that they went out of their way to give this item a brand new packaging style, one that we also see on the upcoming Francesco. It, of course, combines the typical color changers packaging design with the cold and warm water with the fake droplets up here and the logo and all that, the typical clamshell design with the 2-in-1 logo and the character with that horrendous looking CGI color splash. It takes that and it merges it with the GRC card back that we're all used to at this point, with your character render up here and your image of the sort of Radiator Springs Speedway in the background. And it even has the hexagon pattern inside the blister and the little GRC logo there, which is a super cool thing to add. Of course, on the actual diecast, they put the racer's number in that part of the bubble, but it is cool to see how they carry over a lot of the concepts of the GRC onto this packaging style, making them work and fit alongside the color changers logos and typical stuff we're used to there. This McQueen is going to change from red to a very unique shade of blue. Pretty interested to see how that turns out. So let's get him right on out of the packaging. This is just such a fascinating item to me. I don't know, I'm not the biggest fan of it existing, but I just had to pick it up because it's an expanding universe color changer, and that's just so odd to me, honestly. I am interested to see what it looks like with that light blue. We have gotten some blue to red McQueens before. We had that really bad on the road one from the 2-pack back in 2022, which really didn't look all that good. It was very kind of awkward, murky, like purple instead of red. And then more recently, actually after this McQueen released, we got the new Cars 1 McQueen that came in the Rusty's car wash that I took a look at a few weeks ago. And I'm expecting that this McQueen will probably have similar colors to that, if not the same ones. But this McQueen did release first. It came out in late 2024, although I believe technically it is a 2025 color changer. Gonna pop this guy right on out of the package. Come on. Come on. Get out of there! Be free! There we go. Okay. So here is Color Changer's GRC McQueen out of the package, and he's already starting to change color wherever I touch him, so we're going to try not to touch McQueen while I spin him. We'll just poke at the wheels while we turn him around here. I don't want to spoil the other color he's supposed to be. Now, this McQueen is basically a carbon copy of the plastic McQueen that came packed in with the GRC Jumping Raceway last summer. I did get that playset, but unfortunately, I no longer have that McQueen since I have gone and repainted him since I got that set. But yeah, they're basically identical. Even the exact same facial expression. Really strange to see a color changer share a facial expression with, you know, a regular plastic car, but here we are, of course. They're basically the same. It's just that this one is a color changer and that other one was a typical plastic car. Because of that, it does look quite a bit like regular GRC McQueen, but it is lacking in detail in some areas. Most notably, the hexagon pattern on it is not nearly as prominent as it is on the original diecast. Here you can see the hexagons go all across the body. That's not the case here. Here they're only printed in the lightning bolt up on top. But just like the plastic one from the GRC Jumping Raceway, at the very least, these are prints and not stickers for most of McQueen. This is a print. The eyes are a sticker, but for the most part, we do have printing on this McQueen, which is really, really nice. Something that isn't nice is the lack of writing on the tires. Unfortunately, recent plastic cars and color changers, for some reason, haven't had the light year writing on the tires, which is definitely an unfortunate downgrade. Don't know why that's being done, and that's a real shame in my opinion. Moving on to the side, you can see the lightning bolt. Once again, hexagons only feature there instead of across the full body. And of course, it doesn't have that sort of fading color design that we have on the regular GRC McQueen. I wouldn't expect that from a color changer, but in case you were, just know that the plastic GRC McQueen was also lacking that feature and just used a flat red. So yeah, definitely wasn't really expecting that from this. It's so strange to have a color changer that matches a regular plastic car so closely. I feel like we never really see that. It just feels to me like I'm reviewing the plastic GRC McQueen all over again, except this time he changes color, and to me that makes it feel a little less special, honestly. It feels like something I've seen before, but now it changes colors, which is a bit different from my usual color changer reviews, because usually color changers are a bit more unique than this one. That's not a dig against this. I mean, look, they already made the plastic one. May as well reuse the resources and make it into a color changer, but still, just something on my mind as I take a look at this. Another thing on my mind is just how great the GRC McQueen design is. I've reviewed so many GRC McQueens in the past few months. Let's see, I've reviewed the plastic one from the GRC Jumping Raceway. I reviewed the Mini Racer. I reviewed the diecast twice in the review of the single and when I reviewed the Shoe 2-pack. And now this is the 5th time I've reviewed a GRC McQueen, and my opinions have not changed. It's a fantastic looking paint job. I absolutely love this design. It's so clever with the usage of colors, the red, white, and black, and I love the fact that the two sides are different, with the lightning bolt continuing across this side and then stretching across the roof on this side. It really plays with McQueen's design and what you can do with a Lightning McQueen while still making him look like the iconic character. Diecast is definitely the definitive version of this design, but it's just such a great design in my opinion. I love how we have the Radiator Springs businesses as the sponsors on the side. GRC logo looking nice over there with the 95 on this side and then 95 here. Again, I just love the asymmetry of this item. And like I said, it really stretches the limits of what you can do with a McQueen. Easily one of the most unique variants of this character ever made. There's a look at the base, and now it's time to change this guy's color. Alright, we got our warm water and our cold water, and of course we got our McQueen. I'm going to start off by just fully putting him in the cold water so we can change back to red. There we go. Of course that red's not going to be as bright or vibrant as your typical McQueen, but it's pretty standard for a McQueen color changer with that sort of darker color, especially one that changes from red to blue. They tend to have this sort of darker red than you may be used to, just like the other Cars 1 McQueen we recently got. I wanted to bring this guy out too because he also changed to a light blue, and I'm pretty sure they are going to be different light blues. Let's see, yeah, this was his light blue, and just from what I've seen of this McQueen, just when, you know, the warmth of my hand was starting to change the color back. Definitely seems like a bit of a different blue, but it's time for the moment of truth. Oh, whoa! Wait, that looks so sick. Wait, this is so good. Oh, wow, okay. All right. It seems Mattel really learned their lesson from how bad that blue to red McQueen color changer was a few years ago, because this is really good. And you know, this one we recently reviewed is pretty good too. Very different shades of blue. This one is a much more icy blue, while this is a much more traditional light blue. This is, wow, I am genuinely really impressed. This design goes pretty hard. I really, really like this. Definitely going to be displaying it in the warm water color for sure. I just love how this shade turned out. I am very, very impressed by this. Of course, it does have the downfall all sort of World Grand Prix adjacent, all World Grand Prix adjacent color changers have, which is that the spoiler doesn't change color. But since most of this McQueen spoiler, most of it that you see is black here, it's not as bad. It does match a little better, but it is, of course, annoying that, yeah, the spoiler isn't that nice light blue. I love how this looks, though. It works really well, especially with the white and blue logos of the GRC. Look at that. That looks so clean. It really matches this sort of whitish blue color used on the inside of the lightning bolt. It matches that so perfectly. Like, when you get to the back here, you could barely tell there's a difference between decal and color changer. So I am incredibly impressed with how this turned out. I almost don't want to change it back. Like, that's honestly, it's boring to me compared to this. So, while this does seem like kind of an unnecessary color changer and definitely a very niche and weird one, I think the color it changes to makes up for it. This is a really, really good looking color changer. Yeah, it's reused from the plastic GRC McQueen we already got, but I mean, what else were you expecting, right? It is a GRC McQueen color changer, so of course it is going to be pretty close to that. But, yeah, honestly, I don't know who I'd like recommend this to. Like, if you have the regular GRC McQueen diecast, I don't know if you'd particularly want a color changer. If you have the plastic GRC McQueen, I don't know if you particularly want a color changer. But if you like the color it changes to, then I think that this is one that you should probably pick up, because that is a pretty clean shade of blue it changes to. Anyway, guys, thank you all so much for watching. We'll see you guys next time. Bye now.